India is the largest democracy on earth, but a fourth of the people there practically have no voice. They are the outcasts, the unwilling victims of a social prejudice that has endured for thousands of years.
The 3,000-year-old caste system in India categorizes people by their occupation. The Dalit, or lowest caste, literally means oppressed, downtrodden, or exploited. The Dalits are called untouchable to this day. The Dalit Freedom Network, headed by Dr. Joseph D'Souza, works to bring education, healthcare, and economic empowerment to the Dalits.
Bishop Moderator Dr. Joseph D'Souza is here with us now, and we welcome you to the 700 Club. You know, this is such a foreign thing, I think, to Americans, the caste system and understanding how it works, but define what a Dalit is, or who a Dalit is.
A Dalit is really an outcast of the caste system. There are 4 castes, and everybody is in a hierarchy of purity and impurity, pollution, and non-pollution, or holiness or unholiness. The Dalits and the tribals are complete outcasts.
They're underneath the 4 caste systems,
out of the
right?
caste.
They're not even...
They are not even included in that.
Yeah.
And
so what does it mean to be a Dalit?
For 2,000 years, it has meant to be excluded from all kinds of civil rights. And you know, it's not just not having social rights, it's not having economic rights, it's not having spiritual rights within the system, and then to be discriminated. And in today's world, where modern slavery has become such a big issue, everybody knows that they are the primary victims of the global modern slavery system. Every index shows more than 50–60% of world's modern slaves are among the Dalits.
So what makes you a Dalit? Is it poverty? Is it something you're born into? Can you escape it?
It's determined by birth. And the thinking is it's linked to a past life and a karma in a past life. And
so it's all part of the whole Hindu...
It is part of a caste system, and there's a huge debate about where it came from and who created it, and there are Hindus who are saying we didn't create it and all. We don't want to get into that. But the basic ideology is, yeah, it's karma that has given birth to me in this, and the best I can do is to be a slave.
So, Dr. D'Souza, I've been to India on a number of occasions, but not being from that culture, I don't know how you recognize it. How do you know if someone is a Dalit or not a Dalit?
Most Indians are so caste conditioned, including myself, and you know, and it's part of our nature within 2–3 minutes to figure out who fits where into the caste system by asking the surname, by looking at posture, work, this, that, etc. And the Dalits can be picked up. You see, the problem with the Dalit and the caste issue is unlike racism. It's not racism because we all carry the same color. But 2,000 years of this kind of discrimination has completely dehumanized them. And that dehumanization can be seen. But then at the social structure, in the urban areas, more difficult. But once you leave the urban areas, then out in the villages and all, it's far more prominent. And everybody knows who belongs to what caste and how they have to be treated and what needs to be done and not being done.
Well, you say that you, too, have been impacted growing up there by this caste system. What was it that brought the plight of the Dalits to your attention?
See, like most privileged caste people, Christian, and I mean, in a Christian family, parents subtly tell you that you're different from the other groups of people. So it has run across. Sadly, the caste system has poisoned all religions in India. If it was just within a religion, it would have been something. It's poisoned Christianity, it's poisoned Islam, it's poisoned the whole works. And so you're always told. But for me, the introduction to this was really marrying outside of my caste to a tribal girl. And she telling me, you know, there's a world outside which you have not known. I'm an urban educated kid, English educated kid, and this world is something that you need to look at because she is part of the tribal groups, the Aboriginal groups, and you need to do something about it and attend to this.
So you have what's called the Dalit Freedom Network. What is being done to help this people group?
You know, CBN has walked this journey with us since 2001, and you were out there in Delhi and everything else. You know, now when I look back, I actually am glad as to what God has done in the last 17, 16 years. A lot of progress. First of all, there is a change, good change in large sections of the Indian government. When Prime Minister Modi, whom we work with now, before he went into elections, he said this decade is going to be the decade of the emancipation of the Dalits.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, for a campaigner to say, I'm going to do this. And then when there was a major revolt recently in Gujarat and many other places, he did a major, significant interview in the Indian media, television India, and he categorically said, yes, we have a wound in our civilization that has gone on for 2,000 years. And we must not rub it, but we need to find a solution to it. Yeah. For me, that's a big encouragement of just talking about the Dalit freedom work. And then in many places now the government is willing to work with us. One of the, I mean, we free kids by opening up our own centers, and now when we started, we had nothing. We have 26,000 freed children now. Wow. across the nation. But one of the groups that we focus and work on are the children of what are known as the temple prostitutes. And that for us at this present time is a huge, big issue.
Yeah. You're doing so much, and what I want to say is that it's exciting to see that we should never be discouraged so much that we don't step out to make a difference. A difference is being made by the Dalit your organization. It's will you move up the name of that for me, please? The Dalit Freedom Network. You can find out more by going to cbn.com. We've been working with them for years, and we thank you for what you do and for being with us. God bless you.
Thank you
Great to
very
have
much.
you here.